Hi, I'm Bill Laberis, Editorial Director of the Enterprise CIO Forum, and I'm joined now by Woody Hall, who is CIO of General Dynamics Information Technology. And we're talking about the consumerization of IT in the enterprise. Woody, thank you for joining me.
Thanks, Bill. It's my pleasure.
Now, a combination of Wi-Fi, mobile technologies, cloud computing, and a whole lot of other things is conspiring to create a generation of end users that really want it all right now, wherever they are and with whatever device they happen to be using. This is called the consumerization of IT. What impact is this having on management of the IT enterprise?
Well, it really changes how we do work. And I think the challenge for an enterprise IT organization is you have to find a way to balance the opportunities that come with that technology with the cost of doing a major change out of the technology you use to do business, and how you maintain some semblance of control and security. Because I think security is one of the issues that we have to deal with on consumerized technology.
Sure. So ROI is a consideration, and security, obviously,
Yes.
because these people want sensitive information no matter where they are. How important, in your opinion, is it for IT to embrace the consumerization of IT and do something about it, or not resist the temptation to put your hand up and say, stop?
I think it's essential. I mean, there's no avoiding it. The consumerized technology has taken us by storm, and so you can either find ways to leverage it and to be a constructive part of the solution, or you really become irrelevant, in my view. If you don't support the use of it, folks will just find ways to go around you, and so that's never a good position to be in if you're trying to provide service at the enterprise level. So I think the real challenge is to balance that. You've got to find ways to incorporate the new technology into your business practices and how you do business, and leverage the strengths and the value that come from these new tools, and at the same time maintain enough credibility with your stakeholders and your customers that they work with you on maintaining the security that you need to maintain, and the discipline in your business processes that help you manage the business effectively.
Sounds kind of reminiscent of when PCs snuck their way into the enterprise a generation ago.
Yeah, that's right.
So what are the impediments or obstacles to being able to do a better job of supporting the consumerization of IT in the enterprise?
From my perspective, there are three. One is security, two is culture, and three is cost, or the potential for disruption of the current business practice. Security is always a question. You've got to protect your intellectual property. You need to keep the bad guys out from getting into your financials. You need to protect personal information and about your employees and your customers. So you have to maintain a disciplined framework that controls access and authentication and those kinds of things. And those aren't always a strong suit of consumer technology. So we're all trying to find ways to beef that up as we get the benefits of the new technology. Culture is probably the second issue, and that is most organizations are comfortable with how they do business, and it's almost a generational thing. We still have many executives and senior managers who are comfortable with paper, they're comfortable with visual ways of doing business, and aren't as comfortable with smartphones and tablets and some of the new technology that's coming along. That tends to be more something that newer employees embrace. And so we're all trying to learn how to leverage these technologies and build them into how we do business. But I think that's just one of the things that you have to work through is use the strengths, but you can't just throw the doors open. You've got to maintain a disciplined way of doing your business. And so culture and the people part of it is a big piece of it. And then cost. Whenever a new technology comes along, there's an initial knee-jerk reaction that, well, we've got to have some of that. But particularly when you're looking across an enterprise and you multiply anything by 17,000 or 80,000 or ever how big your company is, it's a big number. And so you have to make the right business decision. Is how much is this worth? What is the value add? And then you usually end up gradually phasing these new innovations into the way you do business as opposed to a wholesale replacement, because at any point in time you've got some legacy way you're doing business. You've already invested in the technology you're using, and you have to find an acceptably rapid way to swap that out and move to the next stage.
Well, it sounds like the next wave of change has crashed over the beach, and now it's up to IT to do something about it.
That's right.
Woody Hall, CIO from General Dynamics Information Technology, thank you very much for joining me today.
It's my pleasure, Bill.
And I'm Bill Laberis from IDG saying thank you for joining me as well.